Good, I guess morning for some and whatever else for everyone else. Welcome to Pocket Aces Crypto, aka Justin. I'm going backwards there. We're live today with Defi Sniperz Group. It's an NFT project. We're going to get into some more details on that very, very shortly. If you'd like to help them out, please do hit that like button down below. And if you'd like to help me out, hit the subscribe. We would love it if you could. Yeah, let us know where you're hailing from. Maybe we'll start doing that kind of stuff to get the chat rolling. And then if you have any questions, obviously throughout this, don't hesitate to drop them. I'll kind of star them if I can't get to them right away, and then we'll pull them up as we go through things. We've got a nice surprise here, and maybe we'll let Corby go first to introduce himself since he's on camera. Welcome, sir.
Hey, great to be on here. So, yeah, as you
just maybe an intro about you, a little elevator pitch for yourself, and then we'll go through Crypto Rock.
Yeah, I'm Corby. I'm one of the team members of the Defi Sniperz founder collection. So I'm kind of the background guy doing all the investing and playing around with that. So it's been a lot of fun. Been trading in the traditional stock markets for, 3 or 4 years now. And then kind of in the past 2 years, got more involved in crypto. So it's been a lot of fun getting into that. And Rock and I kind of coincidentally met up and have become really good friends in the process. So
amazing. Yeah, and actually, I meant to say beforehand too is like I've seen I as much as I haven't really met you guys, I've seen you guys all around as in the space, and so at first I was going to say even though they're not doxed on camera, I do have a lot of faith in you guys and the fact that you've been in the space for a long time and very public figures in the space. But then the added bonus of you showing your face today, so I appreciate that. Crypto Rock, if you want to give maybe a quick elevator pitch on yourself too, and then we'll get on to the project.
I got to do my patented yo, or it wouldn't be a show. So, yeah, thanks for having us on. We're really excited to be here. And, we have some really amazing things going on with the DeFi Sniperz collective as a whole. And, exciting times right now for the community. We have lots of plans going on, and we'll go over a lot of them today. I guess with you here, man, it'll be pretty cool. So I've been into crypto, mainly DeFi for about 1.5 years now. Crypto and trading as a whole, I've been watching the markets and dibbling, maybe as far back as like 2017 and 2018. But, to not have, a $25,000 funded, account in the traditional stock market really limits you to what you could possibly do as far as making money. I used to always get caught up holding trades and things like that. And, I call, getting into crypto was the gateway drug on Robinhood, where I was, started dipping my toe in crypto there. And, that kind of evolved. And we're at this point right now where, you have to, everyone has their little entrance way into crypto. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when Doji was like first blowing up, I didn't really even know like how to buy Doge at that time. And like I was like literally like calling one of my friends. I'm like, hey, you got that Robinhood account? Like put in like 500, just buy like $500 worth of Doge for me. I'll meet you tomorrow and I'll pay you in cash.
Yeah, it was a complicated way to get in. It still kind of is in some ways, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
So, and I will actually at the end here, I'll let you guys go through because I know Crypto Rock, you have some other avenues and other things. I'd like to give you a full platform to obviously talk about all the things you're doing. But for now, we'll focus a little bit on DeFi Sniperz to start with, and then kind of leave that to the end. So NFT project, I'll let you guys do the elevator pitch. And basically I pulled up the website here if there's anything you want me to kind of slide to as we're talking.
You got to play the DeFi Sniperz NFT theme song. It wouldn't be a good time without it.
Is that if I hit this little video here?
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
Let's see. So, hopefully the sound will come through.
I hear it, so it should be
good.
DeFi Sniperz in the building. NFTs on the way. I might snipe a CA just for the hell of it right now. Started with 11 members, but we got them on. NFTs on the way, they coming soon. Got 1,000 members now and we still growing. We get the alpha every day, but we still showing. Yo, crypto rocker drop some game, people will kill for it. But the community so bullish, they're shielded for them. And you know we so based that they'll bring it to us. If you know, then you know. Reaching influence, and we know how to pay our way in the DeFi sewers. Every day ain't a payday, but we try to do it.
Nice. That was going to wake everybody up who's around anyways.
That was
awesome.
produced by a good friend of mine, and I want to give him a shout out. That's Ricky True, amazing, music producer and artist, and he does all kinds of crypto related music for projects and stuff. So really cool. And I thought it was, I like the small touches on a project. A lot of people really forget about some, things. It's just hurry up, let's create this project and launch it. And I wanted to kind of, add some nice little touches to it. So I thought the song was really cool.
No, that's amazing. It's always gets everybody going. Good little excitement and hype piece, which is awesome. So if you want to give us a little bit overview of what's going on, and then I have a couple of questions, and like I said, the audience hopefully will chime in as well and let us kind of get to know what this is all about.
Cool. So I'll start off, and then I'll let Corby jump in as we go. So the DeFi Sniperz Founders NFT collection is a limited edition 200-piece collection that will only be available one time. When these 200 are gone, that's it. There'll never be another Founders collection. This is the beginning of a full ecosystem, a full project, a community-based project. And the goal behind it was to keep it very, very small. We wanted to just have the initial guys, people that believed in the vision, people that understand what true long-term, passive income can be. This is not the overnight get rich quick, 20% APR style degen type, project. This is more, real world utility, bringing in real world revenue style kind of project that has the potential to last for a very, very long time. And when people believe in that kind of stuff, they were the people that we were looking for. As of right now, we have 122 NFT sold out of the 200. And, the project's going very, very well. So with that said, there's a lot of other things following up behind the NFTs. But for now, that's been our main focus, getting the word out, getting people into the community. The DeFi Sniperz Telegram group has tremendously grown exponentially over the last few months. I think it may have even doubled or tripled. So, people see what we're doing.
Tripled.
Yeah, people are watching, and, we... with the collection, again, it's people that believe in the vision of, being innovative, bringing something safe to the space. And it's a project that will answer a lot of questions that always has people scratching their head in the space of, how could this have lasted longer? How can I have ROI? How, why didn't I make money on these previous projects? And we wanted to make an environment where we weren't relying on new money coming into this project, where we're not literally taking the previous NFT sale to pay the next NFT buyer. And, that's always one of the biggest problems in the game. It's so reliant on new money. So we wanted to come up with something where, in this strange atmosphere of DeFi right now, I hear too many people talking about, if I could just ROI. Well, why do you just want to ROI? Like, that's where we're at right now in this crazy DeFi world we're in. The people are just excited to make their money back. I wanted to get back to the old school way where, people were going to make profits. What happened to being excited about making profits? People are just excited to ROI now. That don't even make sense to me. So me, Corby, and the rest of the Sniperz team, wanted to come up with something where we get people excited again about DeFi, about crypto, believing in good teams, and, investing in something that not could just make you your ROI, but could potentially make you long-term profits long into the future.
I love that, and I think many people will, hopefully. So that's the great idea there. And I agree, it's so twisted in this space because it's become a habit now, unfortunately, that it's exciting to actually break even, which is, I agree, is insane. And unfortunately, it's not going to change unless we as investors make different choices as well, and do take the time to get to know what's going on, and do take the time to know whether a team actually is been here for a while and not just some rando that's come in all of a sudden created this 2% project to basically dump on everybody. So yeah, no, amazing. And again, that's why I've had you guys on here, because I know that you guys have been in the space for a while. I know that you guys are responsible with what you're trying to do, and the communities you've tried to build on your own. And now to turn that into a project, which hopefully will pay back the investors more than their ROI, is so,
Well, kind of going into just our investment strategy too, is that
please.
so we've got basically a diversified portfolio, like through investing, LP pools, spot token buys, using all just basically your traditional diversified portfolio. And our goal is to create that monthly payout while maintaining net positive growth every month of the portfolio, so that it's compounding and growing over time. And the real idea is that in the long term is that, say the portfolio itself 10x's, well, then you can start to de-risk into very stable investments that create consistent returns that will provide real long-term sustainable income for our investors.
You took the words out of my mouth of things I was thinking. And that's what I also, again, like about this is I find even with some videos that I'm doing on like a wallet challenge and stuff, I'm trying to make it sort of where you can take a portion of money and grow it responsibly with making good choices. And the nice thing about this is you guys have already made the good choices in your own portfolios, if I'm not mistaken, and you're using that to now do it for other people using this NFT, which I think is a great idea because it creates that passive income everybody's looking for in a responsible way, where someone who is experienced doing this is making those decisions for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's kind of the goal too, is that, I mean, because you see, even with like all these different DeFi protocols that, like, even in like ones that go great, but then a bank run happens and the entire protocol is crushed. But at the end of the day, it was still a great idea and it had a working bot, like trading bot or whatever, to go with it. But because of a quick bank run happens and the entire project gets crushed.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen that time and time again. And putting levers like an NFT and again, I found NFTs have been kind of used as a catch-all, but I like seeing it actually have a purpose, where there is real potential for growth. Because either we're way too conservative with them, which I get, and I appreciate having some of those in a portfolio is good, or we're way too aggressive with it, and then it becomes a devalued zero value NFT. This kind of has that ability to really truly be something more. So any specifics we want to get into on how these funds are being invested? It sounds like almost like an ETF of investments based on the skill set of the team. But anything more to go into on that?
I think, well, basically, I mean, we're doing manual leverage trading. We've got a couple grid bots going, and then some other DCA strategies. And then at the same time, we're also playing in a couple different LP pools as well too. We've been doing really good in one of the new pools that we've been playing with, but it's kind of it's a funny thing because there's a lot of strategy that needs to be used to really benefit from some of these LP pools. And then on the other thing is that you can't go into these LP pools with just say like $500 to make money.
Yeah.
Like you need to have $10,000 to sit there and play around. But then we've been able to get between 0.3% all the way up to 1.1% daily playing in these pools.
Nice, which adds up really quick. And that's the other thing I don't think people realize is you don't have to make 1 or 2% a day on something and then lose your shirt. You can actually make 0.3, 0.5 and really create, as long as you do it smartly and conservatively-ish, you can really make your money compound really fast. Like, this is not like traditional finance where you're waiting a year to get, well, right now we're actually getting like 5%, which is a gold mine compared to what it usually is in TradFi. So, but really crappy for what really people need to do if they want to change their lives in a positive way. But you don't need 1 or 2% to do that. I mean, if
Well,
you
that's
get
like, even I say, like, if you can average 10% a month, you're absolutely killing it in
Absolutely.
traditional finance.
Yeah.
You're making 120% a year, which is just phenomenal. But we've come from this just crazy degenerate DeFi concept that, well, I want to make 300% in a single month, but then you invested in another project and you lost that 300%.
Yeah. Crazy.
So that leads me to this exact part of the strategy that we're working. So, of course, we are taking, a very conservative approach, but we do have some high risk investments. But the beauty of the high risk investments is we're not constantly just going back into them. We are taking our profits where we can. And that's where we're growing these safer LP pools that are on, like, stable, dexes that we can literally trust the funds are safe there. And it's better, like, we might make that huge gain. And then, we're making, like we said, 0.3335 all the way up to 1.1% a day. But to accomplish that 1.1% a day, I will not lie, it literally takes, no joke, 24-hour a day management of these pools to actually accomplish that. If you're not watching this nonstop, I'm literally on it like almost every hour of the day. Even sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night to check on them, because you never know when that volatility will come. And if you're not in the specific price ranges that you need to be in, you have to pick ranges to actually make money. You just don't throw it in these pools and they just get you profits. You have to be in the range of the volatility that's actually happening in real time. And that's how you can make those kind of gains.
Nice. And that I'd love to hear as well, because again, a lot of these projects right now are bots, which they work, they add value, but at the same token, there's still risks involved, because you're kind of giving up the reins to something else. And you still should be actively managing those, but I don't think everybody does as well as they could and should. So with you guys, then it sounds like between the team or whatever, it's a very actively managed pool of investments. So we almost have, and again, not financial advice, do your own research, all that usual catchphrase and stuff. But the nice thing here is there is an active management happening on the investments, and we're not putting a whole lot in to start this off. You can get in for as little as, I think it's $400, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Yeah. And then you've got this actively managed portfolio that will compound, because you're doing, I believe it's 50-50. Or I guess I think I remember you saying, Crypto Rock, that you're actually possibly going to adjust that as needed. But in the most part, what your goal is to do 50-50, so that, again, we're doing what we should do and compounding some as well as taking profits during the process.
Yeah, that's how we, potentially in the future with this net positive growth, that we will be able to grow the actual investment pool, so that every month we could try to offer a higher and higher and higher, payout.
Yeah.
We have officially announced that payout date. So that will be coming on May 19th. So anyone that already has an NFT, or anyone that's planning on buying one, you will get your initial payout on the 19th. It will be issued from a smart contract that we will inject the funds into. And once the funds are injected, you will be able to claim your profits on the day of. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see you can claim them right there. It literally says claim. So that button will go live on May 19th, and you will see how much you have to claim, whether you have 1 NFT or 5 or whatever it may be. You can claim your profits there. Something else to mention as well, too, just so people don't get nervous. If you do decide you want to mint multiple NFTs, you have to do them as separate transactions, though. The gas fee is relatively cheap. It's around 20 cents. So if you were to purchase, let's say, 2 or 3 at a time, you have to do separate transactions. I just wanted to, make note of that as well. And you need to, again, MetaMask is on this new trend where you need to approve everything. So you will need to approve 400 USDC every transaction.
Yeah. So and this is a new thing that I think a lot of people don't understand yet, but when you pull it up, it literally tells you right here. And what you want, sometimes you actually want to reject this, unfortunately, especially when you're claiming, you want to actually reject this. And I don't think people realize that. But for purchasing, you'll actually want to actually write in 400, click next, and then go. I do a live one, but I already bought two. And I honestly might actually do more. I'm not trying to get anybody too hyped up about this, but I do feel that, especially the scarcity and the fact that it's active trading, it does excite me. I will be honest. But that's not to say that it's the right move for you. You need to know your own portfolio and what risk you're willing to take and what funds you have available to do. And I guess we should talk about these guys, because they are all, I actually witnessed you, the gentleman that does these actually made a Mr. T one, which was pretty fun to watch actually, live with you guys. And so they're all unique. With all different like bananas and whatever. Do you want to speak to that at all?
Well, I want to start off and just say shout out to Neil frickin' Diamond Hands. He's an amazing NFT artist. This guy has some amazing skills, and I've seen other collections that he's drawn. And anything we do in the future that's NFT based, I would love to have him on board. The art is just sick.
Nice.
Me, Corby, some of the other team members all sat down, thought of some of these traits, and we gave him some ideas. But as anyone that has that's into art or into tattoos or anything along them lines, when you give the artist creative power and say, these are kind of what we want, get wild, have fun with it, and feel your artistic, come through, let it come through on your own. That's kind of what we did. We weren't hanging over them. Oh, this, that. We said, we want this 007 Man of Mystery, Austin Powers. Chuck Norris kind of vibe.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah, so this is what it wound up to be. Something funny and crazy. That's basically what we are in the DeFi Sniperz. We're a crazy group of degen maniacs that love having fun, love crypto, and we're all in the group having fun. So, but again, it's not financial advice, guys. I'm a crypto degen maniac. I tell people all the time in all my videos, don't do what I do. This is just fun for me. But if you find cryptocurrency fun, then who knows? Give it a try. You never know, So that's kind of my whole attitude with crypto is, why not have some fun while you're making money? Traditional finance is always so serious. You think of a guy in a suit, sitting behind a desk, and it's no fun. It's all seriousness. You know what I mean? Crypto reminds me of that guy right there wearing that stringer tank top, hanging out, driving a DeLorean, smoking a joint. You know what I mean? Getting chased by a helicopter.
We don't need to talk about your morning routine. Okay?
That's it. I'm actually wearing that shirt right now, and I'm feeling kind of sexy. So
there you go. No pics of that, please. No pics. No.
That's how that's the secret to my success. Stringer tank tops.
Nice. Yeah, I got my other one there. I do like the first one first more. But like I said, I'd like to maybe add to that collection for fun. Amazing. I appreciate the passion and everything. Everything behind this excites me. Like I said, not to get too over pumped about it, but I do like to. When I'm excited about something, I want to make it known. That's why I'm on camera. That's why I'm in this space. And to help hopefully educate as well is my main concern. But at the same token, I like to bring things that I feel comfortable about and confident about to the forefront when I can. So I appreciate you guys taking the time out to let us know more about it. I'm trying to think. There's no questions coming in, which is it's great if they do, and if we have anything, we'll get interrupted. NFTs look great. Obviously, limited quantities is a huge thing. Not to try and make it hype for people, but I do appreciate the kind of scarcity of this and the fact that, again, we've talked about it, the active trading. I guess you did mention just crypto rock quickly. You mentioned your degen attitude. Are you bringing a lot of that to this? Is there a balanced mix? Obviously, Corby and others, I believe, are part of this trading. So I guess maybe talk to that a few moments.
I do want to hit on a couple things. So usually I'm, crazy degen with things. There comes a lot of responsibility with managing a project like this, and we've been very careful on what we're doing. Everything is thought out, it's planned out. We're not off doing 50, and 100x leverage trades with the funds. That's just not responsible, movement. Anyone that's in the group, we have a private group for anyone that purchases the founders NFTs. It's the Founders Society, and we post all the trades in there, and they're usually just 5 and 10x type leverage trades. We're not going straight degen 100x swing trades and things like that. That's not. I might do that with my own personal account, but that's a whole different story. That's not something that I recommend anyone doing, even with their own personal account. You know what I mean? It's really, though, and more times than not, if you'll wind up just getting stopped out or getting wrecked doing those kind of trades. It's always better. And people told me when I first got started and I didn't understand, they said, start with 3x, start with 5x, and work your way up to like 10. And that's how I learned. I originally got in and just stayed with really low leverage and was really happy. I probably left profits on the table as I was learning the trade. But I pulled out and took profits in the green. And Corby and some of the other guys always told me, you'll never go broke taking profits. Nope. And I followed that 100%. Strategy. And it seems to have been working out really well for us right now.
Awesome. And so, so I guess call to action wise, so basically if you do desire to get one of these guys, obviously we kind of went through the website quickly and how to do that by approving and then the mint button. After that, should they be doing then if they want to get into that group and stuff? Is there links that you're already opened up for people? You can drop it in the private chat if you want me to put it in the.
Well, it is a private group, but if people mint an NFT, they can either drop me a DM on Telegram or literally just come into the DeFi Sniperz main Telegram chat and say, usually we try to tell people, hey, post a screenshot of the NFT you minted. We've been having wars in there. People are saying, banana wars, katana wars. Yeah. So.
Nice. Yeah, perfect. So basically just head into and I did actually already add the link for the DeFi Sniperz Telegram in the Discord or into the video links below. So if anybody does want to get in there, if you choose to purchase and want to let them know, obviously that could be a great place to start. And then probably best, honestly, instead of DMing is just putting it in the chat then. And again, just saying posting the actual NFT is always fun to see what everybody gets anyways. So I think that's a great idea to do it anyway.
It really is. So something else that I wanted to touch on while we have a little bit of time is, it's not just, profits coming in from, all these other sources. One of the main focuses behind this group was I always tried to give back to the community. I always wanted to give back. I always did giveaways. I always wanted to find a way to reward the true investors, like the true believers that followed me, whether it was on, YouTube subscribers or people that were just in, the DeFi Sniperz Telegram that stuck around since day one. And literally we started out with just 11 guys that grew to 16. And then we invited more. We got it up to 100 guys. And all 100 of them people that were the original people, I knew since, day one of me being in DeFi. And I'm still in contact with those original 100 guys. At that point, we opened it up. We went public. I said 100 serious investors was a great base. And then we opened it up to the public. And then it's been growing ever since. But it was always tough to do giveaways. There was always someone trying to scam a giveaway, or I call them professional giveaway guys. Like they're literally looking. And it was I was never able to really give back to the true investors. It was always just somebody flying by just to win a giveaway and never be seen again. And, not to say there's anything wrong with that. A giveaway is a giveaway. It's up for grabs for anyone. But I wanted to find a way to really reward the actual people that invested with me, supported me, used my links. I always tried to give back the referral money back to the community. And like I said, I was not actually reaching the investors with trying to give back that referral money. I was just giving it away to random people I've never seen again, never invested in the project. It left me with that feeling that giving the money away wasn't helping grow other projects by them, reinvesting in it into something that we were trying to work on as a community. So what I wanted to do is a portion of, the AMAs that come into the DeFi Sniperz, We offer other services like project management, project development, dev consultations. We have a services page that's coming. So like the music production, we have dance teams, we have all kinds of things, YouTubers, article writers, project management, all kinds of services that we're going to be offering. And 15% of all those services, whether it's an AMA I've done, an AMA that someone's booked through the Sniper services, a YouTube video that someone's booked through the Sniper services, that person will pay back into the protocol that'll go straight into the dividends payout wallet. Is 15%. So that's also another source of external revenue that'll be coming into the project as well. Something to really note too, people might be thinking, well, great, I get this and I get a little dividend, but what else does this NFT do for me? So there is another, huge factor that comes into play. We will be launching the DeFi Sniperz token, which will be Sniper token. It'll be a community-based token. It'll be launching, we have an estimated date of approximately around 60 days from now. Okay. The holders, the founders, if you will receive 10% of that supply of that token. So that would be huge for them. They will have a percent of the community token, which will be allocated to them to use, not only the utilities that we have lined up that I have Corby talk about more, but we also have, real world revenue coming into the token as well to strengthen the price. So by holding on to them tokens, you'll receive votes, and we will use those votes on what projects we support, what projects that come to us that are looking for marketing and management that we will run and possibly launch under the Sniper pad. So that would be really cool. But we're launching a on and off ramp that will essentially feed profits into the LP of the token, as well as a buyback and burn wallet. And a portion of that will also go into, team, project development, which is very, very important. Keeping up on marketing, keeping up on the servers and everything that we need to make everything run smoothly. So not just the founders NFT is going to receive additional sources of revenue, but the token will also.
Amazing. That's a lot of extra utility. So that's a great selling point for sure. And I never really give any shout outs, but welcome Tim and Duke and Cove. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Again, if you have any questions, now's the time. I do have one here. It looks like we lost Corby for a second, because I think you were mentioning him to talk about some things with that. But in the meantime, I guess I don't know if you guys, I didn't know if you guys had an investment. I know you guys know the Wolf Capital team, but are you allocating some of these dollars that you're raising towards them at all?
So yeah, I do have a portion invested into Wolf Capital that I did day one of the NFT mint. So yes, I do have a small portion there. It is not substantial. I did it day one, so I was being, like I said, it's very low risk for me to only put a small portion into that. But yes, we are, invested in there. I am really, cool with those guys. I know Ox and Trav very well. And anybody that's been following along, the DeFi Sniperz Wolfpack has, really been, killing it as of late. Lots of 50-50 reinvestments. Yeah. I somehow lucked out, and I don't know how, that I was the very first person to invest in the project. I was literally the first button push. So I don't know if you can get him back on. He said he got booted. I don't know if he needs another link or not to get back in here, but he said he got booted and he couldn't get back on.
It shows is not connected. I'll kick him from the studio and hopefully he'll be able to get back in. It might have been lagging, thinking he was still here and now he's trying to get in, but the same link should work for him if you let him know.
Well, I'll definitely let him. I'll let him know.
Always technical difficulties when you're live.
That's
so
it.
Great. Yeah. So that's awesome. All right. Like I said, I appreciate the transparency. And obviously, like I said, now that I know, I'll have to get into that little private group since I've proven to you, I have my 2 NFTs.
Yep. So I'll get into some of the utility that I was going to have Corby get into since he's trying to get back in. But so we're going to have, so a lot of times so again, the project's all about trying to solve questions that always leave people wondering. Like, for instance, so you go, let's say you buy your spot buys on Kucoin, and you're interested to see if you're up, you're down, what's your average buy price? Where should I sell these at? Because you need to know basically where you bought. And,
Yeah.
if you were to do an audit like extensively, like on all your buys, it's so difficult to keep up with all that. Like, oh, maybe I bought some for 17 cents. Maybe I bought some for 21 cents. Maybe I bought some for 13 cents. How do you do all the math? It would be so time consuming to manually do it yourself. Say you had a large portfolio. Now, if you have one token, two tokens, you're holding great. I'm holding 30 plus different alts and, blue chip tokens and coins. So that would be like an all day event for me. So we decided that how can we answer that question? We've decided that we're going to have a portfolio tracker that will be linked up to your MetaMask. So anything you're holding in MetaMask, it'll tell you your average buy price. You'll be able to see everything, your whole portfolio laid out better than the way they're laying it out for you. And by just holding some of the Sniper token, you will be able to, see that. We also will have a cross-chain bridge coming after the launch. We will also have a Sniper swap. We will have a Sniper wallet that has a built-in snipe feature to help you get in on public pre-sales and things like that will allocate gas and what you need to actually get in and allocate some tokens at the best possible price point that you can get in as well. So we have lots of different things planned out for the token. The token will feed a percentage of the buy and sell tax back into the founder's NFT dividend pool. So one thing feeds another. External revenue sources going into both, and we do have lots of really cool things going on with both of them right now. I'm back. I'm alive.
You're back?
My ears are way back.
Oh, God.
I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear anything, and it just went off the rails. And I said, well, let me leave and come back real quick because I didn't know what was happening. But I've been having a blast on here, and I do appreciate you having us coming on. I don't know what I missed, but if you want to catch me up to what's going on, we're back.
Uh-oh. Pocket Aces, I can see that you're talking, but I don't have audio from you now. Okay,
Yeah.
so Rocco can't hear you either.
We have been rugged by the Matrix again.
Yep. I don't think Pocket Aces can hear us either. Oh, he can hear us. Okay. We just can't hear him.
Here I am. Sorry, I think this is all my fault.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry. I think that was all my friggin' fault. I think I hit my mute on my actual mic, which I don't usually do. And I was going like, I'm not muted here on the screen. Why am I? So anyway, sorry guys. Wow. Talk about newbie here. So all I was trying to say before everything went all haywire,
it just adds a whole new adventure to the show.
Oh man, just to make it all exciting for us all. So what I was trying to say, I think whenever you'd finished your talk, is that your utility that you're talking about is, it sounds like you're adding a lot of spice to everything you're doing, as opposed to just copying something else that's already out there. So it's like everything you said when you were saying adding a swap, adding this, it sounds like you've got something of utility wise to add to it, not just to clone it. And just to kind of ask quickly about the first utility thing you mentioned, it almost sounds like a Robinhood or an M1 trading, where you're going to be able to see your portfolio a little bit in there. Is that did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, if Corby wants to touch on the portfolio tracker, that would be great.
Yeah, so the portfolio tracker, you'll be able to hook up to like your MetaMask wallet, and it'll show like P&L on like the tokens that you have. Because I mean, one of like the pain in the butt things is like if you have like, say, like your MEXC account and you can buy tokens on spot, and you actually see, you're like, oh cool, I'm like 20% up, or oh no, I'm 50% down on these spot tokens. And but like when we have these tokens in our MetaMask, you're like, well, I think I put in like $500 on that token back 6 months ago, but I don't really remember. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no,
it'll just be really nice for users to be able to visually see where they're at in their portfolio in their MetaMask accounts.
And so will that be kind of a DApp that just links to your MetaMask, almost like DBank and stuff like that, but with more utility kind of thing? Is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay.
So it'll be just,
Very
you'll do a wallet connect to that.
Very cool. Awesome. So yeah, it's great ideas, guys. And I appreciate that kind of stuff, especially if you're benefiting everybody inside the ecosystem, which is even better. So it sounds like lots of value on value on value with these NFTs as you really dig deeper in it. So anything else you guys want to say about that? I don't want to leave us too much longer. I'm sorry for that little technical difficulty in the middle there. I do want to give you a chance because I know Crypto Rock, we kind of hinted on a few things, but definitely want to give you a moment to kind of talk about the things you do in the space, because it's much more than just this project. And so if you guys want a moment to go into that, I here's your chance kind of thing.
Cool. And I do appreciate it. Thank you. So I am a YouTuber. I don't technically like that term. I'd prefer to be, a crypto influencer. And even then, I don't even really like it. I'm just a regular guy. And I'm basically just a regular dude that's an investor that just absolutely is like falling in love with crypto. It's not just, it's a passion. I love it. I do it all the time, every day. We have a joke at my house that, if someone asks me, in one hand's my girlfriend and in the other hand's crypto, she already knows I'm picking crypto 9 out of 10 times. Nice. We've already been over this too many times. With that being said, it does put a strain on, some of my things that I have going on in my life, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love it. This is something that I do, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's just a lot of fun for me. We have, a lot of stuff going on. We have a Twitter Spaces that you were on last night that was amazing. That's been growing. I have 2 amazing co-hosts. Corby's one of them. Shout out to Crypto Crazy. He's an amazing guy. He's my other co-host. And, I couldn't do this by myself. I have a full team of guys that support me, help me. This is not just a one-man show anymore. There's not enough hours in the day here. Corby is like an assistant to me. He's an advisor to me. He helps me every single day keep everything on track. He's well organized. He's an amazing, planner and brainstormer. So he's a vital part of the team. I want to give a shout out to Crypto Crazy. He's helping me with the socials. He's also an amazing trader. Very intelligent gentleman that, helps keep us on the rails as well. And, has really helped out a lot. We have, he goes by Elijah Bailey is his name on Telegram. One of the best graphic designers. He's been responsible for this project and others that were highly successful with amazing graphics, stickers, banners, movies, everything you can imagine. He has made for me, the project, and his services again will be available in the services page. So that's really cool. Our dev is just, this really passionate guy that loves, crypto, and he's not in it. A lot of these guys are here for the money. He's one of these guys that's here for, he wants to bring good projects and actually, put them to work with utility on the blockchain. When you have people like that their main goal is bringing something great to the masses or to the community, that's where it all stems from. We also have Tobes. He goes by Cryptobes. He's helped us with some of the writing and also some of the white paper generation and things like that. And great guy, very intelligent, always brings good stuff to the space. So we have a solid team. We're very diverse. We all have different ideas, and that's the point of bringing such a diverse group of guys that all have their own specialty. Some of them may overlap, but for the most part, everyone brings something very, very unique that the next guy's skill set does not contain.
Nice.
So that's really important. We also have a bunch of really cool guys that are moderators in the group that have been with me for a very long time, and I just wanted to give them guys a shout out. One of the best guys right now has been, killing it for us and taking care of the community, and that's Kramer. Shout out to him. He's an amazing guy. I know he's a friend of yours.
Yep.
We got Daikon Frost, the XP Marauder, stealing everyone's XP over in the group. He's been with friend of mine, like a brother since day one. He's, one of the admins over there. Also, Crypto Crazy's the chief mod and admin in the group as well. Kawika. We have all these guys that are in the community that are keeping it safe and keeping the flow going. So that's really important. There's a lot of guys that might not be in on the development side of the project, but there's so many working parts to having a community, having social media, building the project, doing development, that, you need a team of guys. You can't do it alone. That's why we call it the DeFi Sniperz Collective, because it's never been about just me. It's a group of smart people, like-minded people, intelligent people that are passionate about crypto and passionate about one thing, trying to bring something, like we said, more than just ROI to the community. That's what it's all about.
Amazing. No, that's great. And that's power of strength in numbers, right? Especially in this space. And I think you've said it a few times here, and I agree 100%. The network that you create in this place is unreal, the power that it can have. And it's been something I've thrived and appreciated about this space for the months that I've gotten so entrenched over time, and as I've gotten more and more in love with the space. So we did have another quick question there that I maybe will throw up quickly. So they're just asking why BSC is as it's not a traditional NFT blockchain like ETH or Polygon. Was there a reason for that choice? I mean, I feel like I can see a couple of reasons why, but I'll let you guys maybe go get into that.
Corb, you want to hit that one up?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, BSC for us, I mean, really, it just came down to gas fees, essentially. Because, I mean, it's only 20 cents to mint an NFT. If we were on ETH, I mean, we'd be looking at, you'd be paying $50 in gas on just even minting your NFT. And then when it comes time to claiming, I mean, I remember back in... Yeah, I remember back in the bull run. I mean, you'd go to buy an NFT and you'd pay $50 to $100 in gas. Yeah. And then the same thing is if you try to claim a transaction using ETH, you could say you have $50 to claim on your monthly dividend. Well, if you paid $50 in gas, you're not making any money. So.
No, yeah, and I don't know if it's quite as extreme right now. I think it would probably be between $3 and $5, but that's still a massive several X's above what you're able to do on BSC. And the other thing I think too is the volume. Yes, the volume would be nicer maybe on ETH, but you're still able to get pretty darn good volume out of BSC right now. I mean, I guess it's really number 2 when it comes to volume on chain. So I think that was a good call in my opinion too.
And the other thing too is that I know you mentioned earlier is just this is a very exclusive 200-piece collection.
Yeah.
We're not out there to get an insane volume on the collection, so
Yeah,
this is just
exactly.
basically one time deal. If you like the project, if you believe in it, get in. We're very passionate about it, so.
Awesome. Yeah, so I guess really we can kind of close it out there. And yeah, you just mentioned, yeah, and I agree, gas fees for sure. And especially since the unknown too, because if ETH does start going crazy again and gas fees get back up there again, that's not going to feel nice to the investors. So personally, I want to thank you guys very, very much. I do appreciate this project and what it does. Obviously not financial advice, but as I've already mentioned, I have two. I definitely will give a chance for other people to get in, but I definitely do possibly want to grab a couple more. We're talking $400. That is a lot to some. I get that, but it's also very reasonable when it comes to NFTs that are out there, and the power of actually having actively managed investments, which is what a lot of us maybe can't do on our own and are looking for in this space, and to have it by a trusted group of people that I feel is very trusted. Obviously, you guys do your own research, but I definitely do value what you guys are bringing to the space and the ingenuity that you're bringing to the space, and the ideas that you guys have sound very promising, and the extra utility you seem to want to be throwing in for these founding members, so to speak, is pretty amazing. So I don't want to oversell it, guys, but I do think this is worth something to look into. And as I said, I believe the links are in the description if you want to go and take a closer look. If any of this has tickled your fancy, please do that, because we're all looking for safe places to put our money. We'd all like to get some real returns, and I think this could be a definite kind of diamond in the rough for that doing that. Anything you guys want to add in closing?
So something that if people are listening in and they're like, hey, this is, again, not financial advice. People are going to do what they're doing. If you do some research, get on the Defi Sniperz website. You can go right to the white paper there, read about everything we're doing. It has our goals and our mission, everything that, we're set out to do. It has the roadmap and different things. So get in there, check that out. I want to give away 3 whitelist spots to the community. I will be hosting a giveaway on Twitter and on Telegram. So, I'll just post the links, but you'll have to go on to Twitter. I'll give away 3 whitelist spots. So if people are interested, or if you want to do it on your Twitter, or you want to do it in your community, you're more than welcome. But I'd like to give away, 3 whitelist spots to anyone that would be interested. So I don't know if you want to do it on your Discord, or you want to do it on Twitter, or you want me to do it. But either way, I'd be more than happy to give you and your community at least 3 whitelist spots for the project, which will get you in at 350 USDC,
Oh,
which
okay.
is a
So
little
just
bit of a help. And,
yeah.
to get people into the mix. And we're looking to bring new people into the DeFi Sniperz community. So if that would help out, we would love to give away 3 whitelist spots to your guys.
Not gonna say no to opportunities to save my people some money. So yeah, I do have a growing Telegram and a growing Discord, so I have no issue. I can probably facilitate that so that it's for them. At the same token, I don't mind growing both of our communities, so we can, if somebody wants to design a tweet to put out to help engage that more, I'm not opposed to that. Obviously, that does get into the problem, like you were talking about, people seeking giveaways, but maybe 1 through a tweet and then 2 inside the actual communities that I have, where I can maybe try and protect the people as much as possible. Let's talk about that off air, and I appreciate that. That's huge.
You got 3, do it in your communities. That would be amazing. And then I'll do my own separately later on.
Sure.
Twitter. So keep it for your guys, and that would be really great. But thanks for having us on. This was amazing. This is our first YouTube AMA, so we'll never forget it. And it's been a great time. I do appreciate you having us on.
My pleasure. Anytime, guys. Corby, any final words?
No, just thanks for having us on, and yeah, great chat. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and depending on where you are in the world, it's your weekend now or getting into your weekend shortly. So have a great weekend too, everyone.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget that like and subscribe. And obviously, I've put some links there for Crypto Rock. Do the same for him. And let's go find those ways to make ourselves some passive income. Have a great rest of your day, and absolutely have a fantastic weekend.